But so also what is your favorite thing about Utah then? Just is there anything specific that you like really are like, this is awesome?
I would say, so my grandpa, my grandpa Wally was a developer, and he built a lot of really cool stuff in Utah. There's a place called Trolley Square that he built, and then he developed this thing called the Alpine Slide that's up in Park City. And he developed Salt Air, which is a common place that people go to concerts. So I would say those pieces of Utah that have kind of family history for me that my grandpa developed, those are probably my favorite things and what I like to show people when they come to the city.
Yeah, that's really cool. And also Uptown Cheesecakes, there's one in Penn State, so you got to go see that if you're in Penn State, because that's where I have most people who's probably watching this. They're from Penn State.
Definitely go to Uptown Cheesecake.
But anyway, so I saw one of your stories one time. So you're a Utah Jazz fan, correct?
Yes, I love me the Utah Jazz. I can see the stadium from my window now.
No way.
So that is, I've ascended into a new level of fandom.
Well, so are you also a fan of Joe Ingles then? I saw you post something about him.
Oh, I think Joe Ingles is hilarious. I think he's so funny. There's a special place in my heart for Donovan Mitchell. And also I love Rudy Gobert. But like Joe Ingles is hilarious. I could watch him all day.
Okay, that's really cool. Well, I'm a Philly fan, so you guys just kicked their butt the other day. So I was kind of
good. I love it.
That's so funny. But yeah, no, that's really cool. So are you a fan of any other sports, or is it just Utah Jazz?
I'm a real big University of Utah football fan.
Okay.
Ironically, because I go to BYU, which is their rival school.
Yeah.
But the BYU football program ain't it. That ain't it. Utah football is great. And my dad and brother are both diehard fans. Like they travel with the team. Like they love Utah football. And so some of that has just bled into me, and I just love Utah football now.
That's crazy. It's funny you say your brother and father traveled with the team. There was this ex-girlfriend I had. She lived in Philly, and her dad was a huge Eagles fan. And he legit had like a football helmet motor vehicle and would travel with the team in that for years, apparently.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah, I just thought it was so funny. But okay, so now back to why we're here. I just wanted I had to hit on that stuff. But what are your products to you? Like you do your collage walls, and you have a lot of other like, what is that to you? Like what type of message you want to give out with that?
Yeah. So I think kind of the core idea, and I think what has made Archive really special, is that what I want to do with the company is mix recycling pieces with fandom stuff, if that makes sense. So kind of our biggest product are these collage walls that we make with a mixture of art that I create, that's photos and graphic design and stuff that we do in-house or that we work with other teams to create. And then it's mixed with recycled pages from the books that fandom is lifted out of. And so it's kind of this mixture of, you have some recycled pieces, so you have things on your wall that are vintage, but then you also have this brand new art that represents your fandom in kind of a unique way. And that's kind of one half of what we do. And then we've also stepped a little bit into clothing. And I like to think of it as clothing for hot nerds, like clothing that might represent a fandom that they love, but it's still trendy, it's still cute, and they can wear it and they will know like, oh, this is my Gryffindor sweater, but no one else will know. So that's kind of the idea behind that clothing line.
That is so cool. So, I mentioned, I told you before the episode that I did an episode with the 50 Days 50 States guy, but he started his idea also in quarantine, and I started my idea in quarantine. You started your idea in quarantine. So, I mean, quarantine had some good effects, I would say.
Oh, definitely. I mean, Archive happened because, number one, I lost my scholarship because of coronavirus, because I expected to compete in Miss Utah for another year. And that's where I get the money to pay for my college, so all the years of college I've competed, gotten my scholarship money, gone back to compete again. So this year they wiped out competition, so I couldn't do that. Yeah. And then I was working for this candidate for governor in Utah that I for sure thought was going to win, and he lost. And that was my job. So I kind of lost my job. and then didn't have a scholarship, and then it's kind of impossible to get hired in the midst of coronavirus. So at that point, I'm like, there's really no option other than I need to start my own business.
I mean, that's a hell of an idea to just come up. I love it. That's awesome. Is that what gave you the business idea from the start? That just all happened. You're like, well, now what?
Yeah, I mean, I was literally sitting at home. I got really into TikTok in those first couple months of quarantine. I think like everybody, I got into TikTok in March when the Savage dance was really big. And I was so consuming stuff on fandom TikTok, and I was watching how easy it is to blow up. Like how easy it is to make a good piece of viral content, because the TikTok algorithm doesn't care who you are. It doesn't care what you look like or if you're a celebrity. It only cares if your content is good. And if you have good content, mathematically, it will perform well. And so I had wanted to start getting into video anyway. And at that point, I just had the idea. I'm like, it would be so easy to start a business and advertise it on fandom TikTok. Because if you make it related to Marvel or Harry Potter, people love that stuff. They want to watch that content, and you can very easily sell whatever it is that you want to promote. So awesome. The idea definitely came from watching TikTok and watching the opportunity there and thinking, okay, if no one else is going to capitalize on this, I totally should. So I think I was probably one of the first fandom creators to really monetize my account in a big way by attaching it to a small business.
I think you're right. You definitely have to be one of the first, and that is a really cool thing that you did. So I respect that.
Thank you. That means a lot.
So I saw that you said that a celebrity commented on one of your TikToks. Was it Lizzo? I think you said.
Yes. So my cousins and sister and I, some of my cousins, we did a Sailor Moon Halloween costume on Halloween. So we were all the Sailor Scouts from this anime show, and it went super viral, like probably 7 million views or something like that. And Lizzo is one of the people that commented on it, and I love Lizzo. I love her music, and I just like my soul ascended into another dimension. I was so excited.
That should be your next song for your pageants, a Lizzo song.
Yes. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? It would be amazing.
I mean, everyone would probably sing with you, so it'd probably be good.
I would love it.
So what gave you the name idea of Archive Sunday then?
Literally, it was the first name that came to me, and I just knew that that's what it was going to be. Archive refers to things being recycled, things coming out of the archive. I've always loved the connotation of like the Disney archive or whatever. Yeah. And then Sunday is because I'm Christian, number one. So I like the name Sunday. I like the idea of Sunday best, and it kind of has that connotation. And then we have this business model with Archive where we drop a new collection every single Sunday night at 7, which is kind of an insane workflow for us. But as a business, it's really cool because it's kept our customers engaged that every Sunday night they want to come and see what we've created that week.
Oh, that's awesome. I respect that. And I'm Christian as well, so I respect that. But anyway, so you started off with it was originally the vintage t-shirts, like you said, and try to make it trendy. And then you have obviously since moved on. So now it's collage walls and working on your own clothing line. So what's like next on the list of agenda? Like try to explore more.
Right. I think sort of the next area that we're going to wade into a little bit is superheroes and a little bit of Marvel, a little bit of Avengers, that kind of stuff. In terms of like our actual next product drops, we're releasing the Athena mini kit. We're doing a series of Greek god collages. So we'll move through that Greek god collage series. And then we're doing a series of like dark wizard aesthetics that are kind of darker colors, like dark red, dark blue. Okay. And I've got a jewelry line actually coming out in a couple of weeks based off of our Noble House series. So the jewelry line is like snakes and ravens and kind of cool, very subtle, but sort of witchy jewelry. So I'm excited for that.
That's really cool. So, I mean, that's obviously going to probably pop. And then you also do like Star Wars face masks, inspired Star Wars face masks.
Yes.
Jordan made out of recycling, Harry Potter inspired clothing.
I mean, I've been really lucky. This is a side that a lot of people haven't seen, but I have a partner in my business that's my older sister, Brighton. And Brighton is younger than Scott and Chelsea, but she's been working in the Uptown Cheapskate business for the last 10 years. So she really knows the industry, really understands retail and supply chain management and inventory management, all of those skills. And I have the more soft skills of marketing and photography, and I create the products. But it's been a really good marriage of our two skill sets that's helped Archive be successful. And so I have to definitely credit her and credit our other team members that have made this go, because if it was just me, I would be floundering. So well, definitely credit to my sister, credit to the team.
That's awesome. That's what I'm trying to learn. Did you ever hear the show Entourage by any chance? It's an old HBO show, but I just rewatched the series. It's beautiful. It's literally based off a movie star. Well, he didn't be he got brought up into being a movie star, and but he's had his best friends and his brother around him his whole life, and like he follows them and like listens to them, and everyone helps in a certain way. So that's kind of reminded me of what you said, like how everyone brings something to the table. Because I'm trying to find, like I have a vision board, and one of the things on there is like who is in my entourage. Like I want to really start thinking about that, because like my idea is like if stuff starts getting big, like I want the people who have been the most true around me and respectful and like understanding and like who can bring what to the table, and like so I'm really trying to find entourage. I mean, you have your siblings, but was there anybody else that like essentially who in your entourage who like you just really trusted?
Definitely. I mean, I've been so lucky to have a lot of my family members work in the business with me. And I kind of broadcast online that I'm a Slytherin. That's my Harry Potter house. And Slytherins are all about extreme loyalty to their inner circle. And I definitely feel like that fits my personality, that like I will just ride or die for my inner circle. Like I am still very close with my group of girlfriends from high school, and we still get together like just about every month for dinner. And I'm like, I will be friends with these girls until the day I die. Like that's just kind of my personality. So I've been so lucky to have people that have stuck with me through the last 6-8 months, which has just been insanity. So I'm just very grateful to those people.
I might have to say I'm a Slytherin then, I guess, because like I'm like super close to my family. I hope like my later on life, with relationship, marriage, and all, like I want like my family, their family to be so close. Like that's something like I don't know. I guess that's part of Slytherin, right?
Yeah, totally, 100%.
Sweet.